The terrifying child Jesus, the Infancy Gospel of Thomas. Imagine the Son of God, not as a gentle baby or a compassionate teacher, but as a supremely powerful and volatile toddler. Imagine him using his divine authority to strike his playmates blind, lame, or even dead over minor grievances. This is the shocking portrait painted in the Infancy Gospel of Thomas, a text that was wildly popular in the early Christian world, but was eventually declared heresy and banned for its truly unsettling view of the young Jesus. The four canonical Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are famously silent about Jesus' life between his infancy and his public ministry at age 30. This enormous gap, often referred to as the lost years, fueled the imagination of early believers. The Infancy Gospel of Thomas was written specifically to fill this silence, covering the astonishing events of Jesus' life from ages 5 to 12. The book depicts him as supremely powerful but lacking the divine compassion and humility he would exhibit later. His power is raw, reactive, and often disastrous for anyone who crosses him. The early stories set the stage for this volatile power. One Sabbath day, 5-year-old Jesus is playing in a dry riverbed, molding clay figures. He forms 12 sparrows. An elder saw him and chastised him for doing work on the Sabbath. The elder attempted to destroy the clay figures. Young Jesus simply clapped his hands and cried out to the sparrows, "Go, take flight, and remember me." The clay instantly turned into living birds, which flew away squawking. This miracle established his power, but the narrative quickly moves from awe to terror. In one instance, a young boy named Zeno carelessly ran into Jesus' shoulder, jostling him and disrupting his activity. The boy thought nothing of it, but Jesus was instantly enraged. He looks at Zeno and declares, "You shall not complete your journey." The boy immediately falls to the ground and dies. The boy's parents, enraged, rush to Joseph and Mary, screaming, "You have such a boy, and he must not live with us, because he kills our children." Joseph angrily chastised Jesus, but the child merely struck the accusers blind for daring to question his power. In another episode, a playmate falls from a rooftop while playing with Jesus and dies. When the parents accuse Jesus of throwing the child, Jesus simply stands before the dead boy and commands, "Tell me, did I throw you down?" The dead boy miraculously comes back to life just long enough to confirm Jesus' innocence before falling dead again. As the gospel progresses, Jesus slowly begins to learn to control his gifts. When a teacher attempts to humble the boy by striking him on the head, Jesus again curses the man, causing him to instantly collapse and die. However, after further condemnation from his earthly parents, Jesus eventually begins to undo his previous curses, healing the boy who died of the curse, restoring the sight of the neighbors, and even resurrecting the teacher he killed. The ultimate takeaway of the text is not just the amazing miracles, but the concept that Jesus' powerful divinity needed to be tempered and integrated with human compassion over time, an idea completely at odds with the later church doctrine of Christ's perfect goodness from birth. The Infancy Gospel of Thomas was ultimately rejected because it painted Jesus as a vengeful, arrogant, and even petty figure. This image seriously undermined the core message of grace and unconditional love found in the canonical Gospels. The early church leaders condemned it, seeing it as dangerous fiction that severely misrepresented Christ. However, its survival in hundreds of manuscripts proves its enduring popularity. For those seeking the lost years, this book offers a radical, unsettling, and unforgettable vision of a terrifyingly powerful child who had yet to learn the meaning of mercy.